Hi, thanks so much for joining me. My name is Jivana Heyman. My pronouns are he and him, and today I'm going to lead you through an accessible chair yoga class. We'll do some movement and we're going to use some props. Make sure you have a sturdy chair, especially one without arms. That would be really great. Maybe a blanket or a bolster if you have one. If you don't have a bolster, you could use a pillow, like a firm pillow or cushion. A strap would be great. Maybe a block, we'll see. So let's go ahead and begin by checking the posture. So make yourself comfortable in the chair. You can either sit all the way back in the chair, or you can sit forward and use the back muscles to hold you up and lift the spine. And you can have the feet on the floor either right under your knees or slightly forward, which is a little safer in a chair yoga class. And the knees can be a little wider than hip width apart to give you even more stability here. Great, let's take a few breaths here, feeling the inhale, lengthening the spine, and the exhale, grounding you down, connecting you to the seat in the chair, connecting your feet to the floor. And then you can connect with this inhale, bring energy up, and the exhale, bringing energy down. And maybe just spend a moment connecting with inhaling energy up, connecting to the sky and to space. Exhale, energy coming down, connecting to the earth and grounding. And then take a deep inhalation and a slow exhale. Slowly coming back. If the eyes were closed, you can open them. And let's do some warm-up movements to get the body ready for some other practices. We can start by bringing the awareness to the neck. So let's do some neck movements. We'll inhale and look up towards the sky, not too high, right? Keeping the body safe. And exhale, looking down towards the floor. And again, following the breath, inhale, looking up, and exhale, looking down. Do a few more at your own pace. And then bring the head back to center. And remember, with all these movements, you want to make sure that you're keeping yourself safe. If something doesn't feel good for you, don't do it, or find another way that works for your body. It's really important that you feel empowered to make the practice your own. That's an essential part of yoga. Let's do some side stretching with the neck. So inhale, lengthen the neck again. This time, and take the left hand and reach down towards the side of the chair. And you can actually hold the side of the chair if that's comfortable for you. And as you do that, you're going to inhale, lift this left ear, lengthen through the top of the head, and at the same time, pull your left shoulder down slightly. Maybe lift the chin a little bit, opening in the front part of the neck. And take a breath here, releasing the muscles in that area. And then exhale and release. Bring the head back to center. We'll do the other side. So inhale, neck, exhale, bring the left ear towards the left shoulder, reaching down with the right hand holding the side of the chair, creating space between your right ear and your right shoulder, lifting the chin slightly. Take a breath here, and exhale, release, raising the head back up to center. Great. Let's bring the arms out to the side. Inhale, raise the arms up overhead, stretching up towards the ceiling. And then palms down. Exhale, slowly allow the arms to float down towards the floor. If it's comfortable, you can sit forward and bring the hands behind the back. I'm going to sit forward a little bit more. Interlace the fingers and stretch the arms away, shoulders moving back and down. And then bring the hands in front of you. Interlace the fingers, stretch the palms away. Let's take a breath here. And release. Press the hands up towards the ceiling, just as high as you can go comfortably without straining. And exhale, release. One more time, bringing the hands behind the back. Actually, I'm going to turn sideways so you can see what I'm doing. Interlace the fingers behind the back, stretching them away slightly. Take a breath there. And then bring the hands in front of you. Press the fingers, and press the palms away actually, stretching through the fingers. Inhale here. Exhale, release, and then inhale, stretch up towards the ceiling. And exhale, release. Maybe I'll stay facing at this angle so you can see what we're doing next. We'll do a sun salutation. You're welcome to adapt this any way you like. Sun salutation helps to get the body moving, and it connects the breath and movement together. So we'll begin by bringing the palms together at the chest and coming into Tadasana, Chair Tadasana, where the spine is long, shoulders back and relaxed. You can have the feet slightly in front of the knees. Great. Palms together at the chest. Take a breath. Good. Next inhale, stretch the arms out in front, up alongside the ears, stretch up. Exhale, hands on the knees for support, hinging at the hips and coming forward and down. And if you want, you can release the arms, relax the head. Generally, you have to be careful with too much flexion if you have osteoporosis or arthritis in the neck. And then coming up, take hold of the right leg, take a breath here. And exhale, release. Hands on the knees, we'll do cat, meow, and cow, moo. The cat, we stretch by rounding the back, lower the head, and slide the hands down the knees. And then for cow, bring the belly forward, chest forward, chin lifts. Great. And release. And left side now, hug that left thigh in towards the belly. And release that leg, hands on the knees, hinging forward and down. You can release and come all the way down if you want. Hands back on the knees, coming up, arms out and up. Inhale and exhale, palms together at the chest. And release the hands. Maybe we could do that one more time. So let's do another round. This time really follow your own breath. See what's comfortable for you. Palms together at the chest, exhaling out and up. Exhale, hinging forward and down. Inhale, coming back up. Take the right leg, hugging it in. That's like a lunge. You can even bring the chin and the chest forward. Exhale, release, cat stretch, cow, inhale, exhale, cat, inhale, cow, and exhale, release, take hold of the left leg. Here we can inhale again, chest and chin forward, lunging on the other side. Exhale, release, hands on the knees, hinging forward and down. Relax the head down if you want. Coming up, inhale, stretching out and up. And exhale, palms together at the chest. And then release the hands. Great. Let's work with the legs a little bit. So you can either get a strap for this or you could do without. I'll show you both. If you have a strap, you can actually make a loop. This is always the fun part of yoga, making a loop with a strap. If you have a D-ring, right, you slide the strap through, up, over, and back in. We're going to make a large loop if that's comfortable. Now, if you don't have a strap, that's okay too. I'll show you how to do it without. So what I'd like you to do is hug the right knee in towards the chest. If you have the strap, you can place it over the right foot at the ball of the foot, just under the toes, and extend it out in front of you, sitting up nice and tall. If you don't have a strap, you could hold the thigh and hold underneath the thigh here, which works really well as well. Also, another way to do this would be to rest your heel on the floor, hinging forward a little bit this way. All right, so find the position that you like. You can work with the strap if you want, sitting up nice and tall, arms are long. Or if you want, another option here for the hands would be to place the strap on the inside of the, what is that? The inside of the palm there, bring the palms together, or on the inner elbow, which is nice if you have any issues with your hands or arthritis. So find the position that works for you. Take a breath here, and then you can move the leg out to the right. So put the strap in the right hand if you're using it. And then come back to center and release. Let's do the other side. So we can hug the left knee in, placing the strap on the left foot, extending it out. Use whatever hand position you want, or you can hold underneath the back of the thigh. Taking a few breaths here, stretching the back of the leg. Notice where you feel that stretch. I'm going to make it a little bit shorter actually to get a little more stretch here by lifting the leg a little higher. Good. Take another breath, and then you can hold the strap in the left hand, open out to the side, and come back to center and release. Okay, and let's put the strap aside. And maybe I'll turn back this way. Let's try doing a Cobra pose. Cobra is a great practice for working on strengthening the back. You get extension of the spine and working on posture. You know, a lot of time we spend sitting at the computer. So a few options here. If you have a bolster, maybe you could take it and place it on your lap. If you don't have a bolster, you could use a folded blanket or a firm cushion here. Or don't do it like this. Another way to do this would be to have the hands on the knees or hold the back of the chair leaning forward. But if you have the bolster, I'd like you to place it on your lap and hold it close into your belly. And what that offers is a little bit of a digestive massage, which is really an essential part of yoga too. Often when you're practicing on the mat, you get that massage from the floor, but in the chair, sometimes you don't have that. So we're going to lean forward, kind of relax forward over the bolster. Hands on top of the bolster here for Cobra. Exhale, take a breath. So actually, don't take a breath. Exhale. And then take a breath. Inhale, extending the chin and raising the head. And the chest slightly. Awareness in the upper back. Bring the shoulders back and down. Take another breath without straining. Again, awareness in the upper back. Make sure the neck is long. We don't need to bring the head back so far. It's like a low cobra. And then exhale, slowly coming back down. And you can rest down here for a moment. Actually, I'm going to turn again. Maybe I'll turn sideways so you can see. Let's do another round. So you can hold the bolster in towards the belly, or do a different arm position this time if you want. Exhale, relaxing down, grounding down. Inhale, extending out, slowly extending the chin, raising the head, neck, and chest. Feel the shoulders move back. I actually can pull the bolster towards me, which helps to bring the chest forward, which is a great way to practice in the chair. Again, the neck is long, not pinching the back of the neck, but lengthening it. Breathing. And then exhale, slowly lower down. And sit back. And you can release that bolster. Actually, what we could do, if you have the bolster, is let's place it on the floor upright, standing on the side, standing on its small side. If you don't have a bolster, what you could do here is put a blanket on your lap or find the seat of another chair. We're going to do a child's pose. This is one of my favorite poses to do in a chair because child's pose on the mat can be really challenging for people, and I think it's often taught without enough care. So what I suggest is having the knees wide apart to make space for your belly. And then you can have, what you're going to do is lean forward and have the elbows or the forearms resting on your thighs. And you're going to bring something in front of you. And again, it can be a standing bolster like this, or it could be the seat of another chair. Or if you have a blanket, you could be doing this on your own lap. And you can cross your arms. We're going to rest the head down. But my favorite is to use a bolster this way, and I'll show you why. One of the benefits of child's pose is the gentle pressure at the third eye. So see if you can lean forward and rest your forehead right on the bolster. Make sure that the neck and the back of the shoulders are relaxed. In fact, you could bring this a little higher by placing something underneath it. So finding a position where there's pressure against the third eye, the head can relax, the neck can relax, the shoulders can relax. Take a breath here. This is actually like a gentle inversion, which is hard to do in a chair. All right, and then very slowly raise the head back up, and you can place the props to the side. Great. Okay. I thought we could try a standing balancing pose. My favorite pose of all time is tree pose, so I thought we could try that together. I love doing tree, and there's so many variations of that pose. Tree pose is such a great way to work with that upward and downward moving energy at the same time, which we started with. So what I suggest is you try finding a block, especially something light, like a foam block like this, or maybe an eye pillow, or something that won't hurt you if it falls. I'm actually going to put it on our head. So this is one of my favorite poses to teach and practice, because when you're doing chair yoga, sometimes you lose the element of balance, right? You don't have to balance because you're sitting in a chair. So you have to bring that element in another way. And so what I'd like to do is start in chair Tadasana, so check your posture. And then we'll take the left leg and rotate out, externally rotate the hip out to the side and place I'm going to put my left heel against the front leg of the chair. And I like my leg out in that direction rather than doing it here, because this feels awkward on my knee and my hip. So I'm going to do it out to the side over here. Sitting up nice and tall, getting that stretch in the inner thigh, just like I might get in a tree pose. And then I'm going to really put some weight into my right foot. In fact, I'm going to lean forward and spread the toes of my right foot. Press the foot down into the floor and actually engage. You can strengthen the right leg by engaging the muscles isometrically here in this pose. And leaning forward, some of the weight of my body is actually coming into that leg. All right, now spotting with the eyes. You can stare at a spot right in front and place something on your head, something that's soft, that's not going to hurt you if it falls down, okay? And this is fun part. So see if you can balance something on your head. You can have the palms together at the chest or the arms overhead, whatever arm position you prefer. Breathing here, feeling the inhale lengthening you up, really balancing, working on balance, reaching up towards the sky with your hands and with your head. Exhale, reaching down to the earth with your leg and with your foot grounding down. Good, one more breath. And then as you exhale, you can take the prop off your head, release the leg. Good, we'll practice on the other side. So we're going to rotate the right hip out to the side, have the foot against the heel, against the leg of the chair. Ground through my front leg, engaging the muscles, spreading the toes wide, leaning forward so that I have that strengthening aspect to the practice too, because standing poses, especially balancing standing poses, are really strengthening. All right, and then I'm going to place something on my head, finding balance. Or you can do this without a prop on your head, right? This is just a fun option. You can do this any way you like, but it's fun to explore bringing in elements that might be missing in a chair yoga practice, like balance. All right, take a breath here. Find a comfortable arm position. Inhale, reaching up to the sky. Exhale, grounding down, grounding into the earth. One more breath. Inhale, reaching up. And exhale, grounding down. Good. And then as you next exhale, you can release the prop, release the leg, and we'll move into a relaxation. So what I like to do for chair shavasana is to use my prop. So one is a blanket. Actually, I'm sitting on a blanket. I should have mentioned before that it's nice to find the right height in the chair. So I use a blanket underneath because my legs are kind of long. Some people like to use a blanket underneath their feet during the practice. I probably should have told you before, but it's always fun to experiment. The other thing I like to do is to take a blanket like this that's pretty thin and fold it so I can make a roll. I'm going to open it all the way actually, and then roll it the long way to make a thin, long roll like a scarf, and I place that around my head to support my head and my neck in relaxation. So when I lean back now, I could have that under my arms, or I could cross it in front, and it creates like a neck pillow so that my head is stable for the relaxation. The other thing I like to do is to either place my feet on a bolster in front, like that, for shavasana in the chair. Hopefully my mic is not being covered. Or place something on my lap, which is very grounding for Shavasana as well. Okay, so find a comfortable position for your Shavasana. And if it's comfortable, you can have the eyes closed. You can scan the body, bringing the awareness down into the feet. And then noticing the feet, notice when the mind goes there, how you bring more energy there. And without judgment, just notice the energy moving into the feet and then moving into the legs. Bring that awareness up through the legs all the way to the hips, into the buttocks and the hips, the pelvis and the abdomen. Bring that awareness up into the chest. Feel energy coming up there. Bring the awareness to the hands. Feel energy in the hands and the arms all the way up to the shoulders. The back of the body. Awareness in the spine all the way up through the back of the neck to the throat, up into the jaw, the mouth, nose and the cheeks and the eyes, the forehead, sides of the head, back of the head, and the top of the head. And notice the entire body. Notice how it feels. And notice the breath without judging or changing it. And notice the mind. Notice the thoughts, emotions, anything that's happening with energy in the body and with thought, feeling. And then step back and witness all of it. Witness the body, breath, and mind. Connecting to that deeper sense of the witness, the one who's observing. And then take a deep inhalation and a slow exhale. Waking the body, stretching any way you like. And coming back up to a seated position. And we'll end with a short breathing practice. I'd like to do some alternate nostril breathing. This practice is quite calming for the nervous system, but it has to be done comfortably. So make sure you find a way that works for you. Traditionally, it's done with Vishnu Mudra, where you extend the last two fingers on the thumb of the right hand. But if that's not accessible for you, it's fine to use different fingers, like the index finger and thumb, or to use the other hand. Or really my favorite way is to do it just in the mind. But today I'm going to lead it with fingers and just show you the pattern, which is to close the right nostril, exhale from the left. Inhale left. And then switch nostrils, exhale right. Inhale right. And switch. And then you continue with that pattern, going at your own pace. Exhale. Inhale. And switch nostrils. Okay, so just do that for one more minute. Exhale. Inhale. And switch sides. And see if you can make the exhalations long. So really focus on lengthening the exhale. If you're familiar with Ujjayi breathing, you can use Ujjayi by making the exhale long and slow with that throat control. And notice the sensations in the body, and especially in the nervous system, as you do this practice. Last exhale from the right nostril. Release the hand. Notice how you're feeling. Let's spend a minute in meditation. You can have a meditation on the breath. So let's become aware of the breath First, physically, notice the sensations of breathing, like the sense of the cooler air coming in through the nostrils, filling the lungs. And on the exhale, how you can feel that slightly warmer air leaving through the nose. You can focus the mind on those physical sensations of breathing, or energetically. Feel the breath filling you and bringing in fresh energy, prana, oxygen. And as the breath leaves, taking carbon dioxide, releasing anything you don't need on the exhalation. Or you can feel the breath moving along the spine. You can imagine the inhale moving down the spine, the exhale moving up the spine. Spend a minute following the breath in any way that works for you. And we'll end class by bringing the palms together at the chest. And let's do a prayer for the entire universe, for peace in our lives, in the entire world, and throughout the universe. This is a Sanskrit mantra that's quite ancient. It's Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. So I'm going to chant it 3 times. You can chant with me if you know it. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. Loka Samasta Sukhino Bhavantu. May the entire universe be filled with peace and joy, love and light. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti, which means Om, peace, peace, peace. Thank you.